Hi, we're back. It's Zelinda and Denise, and this time we're bringing you strengthening yoga for bigger bodies. In this video, we're going to be using a couple of props. We're going to use a blanket and we're going to use a block. So if you have a blanket and a block, great. Bring them with you so that you can do the practice. If you don't have them, you could use maybe something like a bath towel, a small step stool, something like that. And I'll drop a link below in case you want props like the ones that we're using. You can find that in the description of this video. We'd like to really thank you for your support of our previous videos, Gentle Yoga for Bigger Bodies and Moderate Yoga for Bigger Bodies. If you haven't seen those already, please go ahead and search around our YouTube channel and find them. Actually, I'll go ahead and drop links for those in the description as well, so they'll be easy for you to find. If you have any questions or comments about this video or requests for future videos, please also leave them in the comments below. All right, let's get to practice. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. Please face this way. All right, we're just going to start with a little bit of warm-up. So inhale, bring your arms out toward the sides and up. And exhale, out toward the sides and down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Please keep going at your pace. So Denise has a really long breath, as you can tell, and so her movement is really slow. If you need to go a little bit faster, that's perfectly fine. Breathe at a pace that's comfortable for you. Let's do one more. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, so take a break for just a moment. You can shake your arms out, and then we're going to move in a different direction. We're going to work on forward folding. So inhale, bring your arms forward and up. And if it's more comfortable for you, you can turn your palms to face in, just whatever works for you. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. And you can rest your hands down on your legs or on your feet or on the mat, whatever's comfortable for you. Relax your neck. We're going to stay here for an inhale and an exhale. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands up your legs. Bring yourself back up to standing upright. Great, and then exhale, relax your shoulders. And we'll do it again. Inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, knees bend, fold. I'm gonna grab a prop, Denise. All right, so Denise, of course, is very flexible, but if you're less flexible than Denise and it's not comfortable to reach the floor, for the next one you can demonstrate with a block. Inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, fold. And you can rest your hands down on a block or anything that you happen to have at home that's the right height for you. So we're staying here, inhale and exhale. When you're ready, come on up. Exhale, shoulders relax down. One more, inhale. And exhale. Probably you can feel here that what we're working on is stretching out the back side of the body. Remember to relax your neck, the top of your head's pointing down. After that one breath, go ahead and walk your way up on an inhale. And relax your shoulders down. All right, super. Let me get this out of your way. And we're next going to start to work on some bigger movements now that you're a little bit warmed up. So I'm going to scoot back out of your way here. Step your left foot forward and keep your right foot back. And you're going to want to make sure, especially with this one, that you've got some width between your feet. So, if you're on a mat, you can just make sure that your left foot's on the left half of the mat and your right foot on the right half of the mat. All right, you're going to turn your hips to face toward the front. All right, so this is a new sequence, Denise, so just bear with me while I give the detailed instructions. What you're going to do is inhale, bend your front knee over your ankle, and at the same time, bring your arms forward and up. Hands are going to be about shoulder width apart, palms facing in. Then you're going to add a twist. So since your left foot is forward, you're going to twist left. So start to turn this way, and your arms are going to come to shoulder height. Yep, and then inhale, arms extend up, front knee stays bent. Exhale, knee straightens, arms go forward and down. Exactly like that. Inhale, front knee bends, arms go up. Exhale, twist toward the left, arms go to shoulder height. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, knee straightens, arms go forward and down. Inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, up. And exhale, knee straightens, arms go down. Please do one more, go at your own pace. So in this sequence, what we're working on is strengthening and balance. Since we're twisting and doing these different kind of movements, you also will feel stretching probably happening in your back when you do that twisting motion. That means tension's releasing from your back and from your shoulders. All right, great. Step your left foot back. And then we're going to do the same thing with the right foot forward. So make sure again that you have that width between your feet. Your hips are turned to face toward the front. Okay, good. All right, do you remember the sequence? Do you want to go ahead and begin on your own? So since Denise has been practicing yoga a long time and she's flexible, she's able to easily keep her hips turned toward the front. But normally people struggle with that a little bit. So just remember to keep an eye on what your hips are doing. Usually what happens is when the right leg is forward, the right hip tries to be forward as well. So you can just think about trying to slide it back a little bit. Is this going to be your third one? Mm-hmm. Okay, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, knee straightens, arms go forward and down. One more, last one. Inhale. If you want a little more challenge when you twist, try to keep your hips still facing this direction forward rather than letting them twist along with you. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, knee straightens, arms go down. Yes, step your right foot back to meet your left. Shake your legs out a bit. All right, so we're gonna work on a little bit of balancing, which is always a little bit tricky when someone's filming you because it's easy to lose your balance. Let's just see what happens. So turn and face this way. And we're gonna work on a variation on tree pose. So what you're gonna do is stand on your left leg. You're gonna bring your right foot up onto your ankle or your calf, whichever one feels more stable, maybe a little bit of challenge, but pretty stable. And you're gonna have your arms down alongside your body. All right, I'm gonna stay behind you because in a minute here, you're gonna move your arms. Inhale, arms go out to the sides and up. If it's comfortable for your shoulders, you can even touch your fingertips together overhead. Exhale, arms go out and down. We're gonna do a total of 3. Inhale, you ready? Yeah, it's very common to need to take a break or to lose your balance even, so don't worry if that happens, just try again. So we'll just do 2 more. Inhale, arms go out and up. Exhale, out and down. Focusing on smooth breathing helps with balance. Last one. It's like real life yoga here, people. All right. So on your left foot, you can also use a focus spot on the floor in front of you to help you with your balance. And remember, you can also keep your foot down on your ankle. There's no need really to bring it up on the calf. This is a little bit more stable when the foot's down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. It looks like that felt more stable. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, so now you're standing on your right. And go ahead and bring your left foot up onto your ankle. No need to over-challenge yourself. Okay, inhale. When you're ready, go ahead and go. We're going to do 3. So that, experience with this tree pose is a really good example of how we practice ahimsa in the yoga practice. So ahimsa means non-harm. And, obviously non-harm means don't go around hitting people or stealing from people or hurting people in that way. But we also want to not do like micro harms, if you will, to ourselves in the yoga practice where we try to do something that's beyond what we're comfortable doing. Do what's comfortable, practice that, get really consistent and strong with it, and then you can start to move to something else. And then the last one, or was that it? All right, go ahead and step your feet. Next, we're gonna work on another posture that's kind of challenging for balance. So turn this way and step your left foot forward, and then keep your right foot back. And here again, you're gonna want to make sure that you keep that width between your feet because the thing we're about to do is pretty strenuous. And in fact, I'm also gonna give you back the block because you may wanna use it. All right, so inhale, bring your arms forward and up. Palms can face in if it's comfortable for you. Exhale and fold. And you can rest your hands down on the block or on the mat or on your leg if you prefer. Stay here for an inhale. Stay here for an exhale. Then inhale, walk your hands up your legs, up your front leg, and exhale and relax your shoulders down. All right, you comfortable with a little more challenge? All right, inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale and fold. Hands come to rest wherever's comfortable for you. Stay here for an inhale. Stay here for an exhale. Then inhale, stretch your arms forward to come up. All right, and then exhale, arms go forward and down. You probably could tell that was a lot more strenuous to come up with your arms extended. All right, we're gonna add on a little bit more. Inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, fold. Now we're gonna add a spine extension. So inhale, let your hands slide up your leg. Draw your shoulder blades toward each other. Exhale, fold again, hands come down. Then stretch your arms forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Or if you prefer, you can walk your hands up your leg. And then exhale, arms go down. One more, your version, whatever you choose. You can do spine extension or not. You can keep the arms extended forward or not. Awesome, very nice. Exhale slowly, smoothly, arms go down. Step your left leg back. We'll continue on your right side. Remember to keep that width between your feet side to side to help you with your balance as you're folding and coming up. All right, here we go. So the first two we're gonna do without the spine extension. Inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, hold. Theoretically, we're trying to keep the front leg straight, but if you feel you need to bend it, go ahead and do that. Staying down for one breath, and then inhale, either walk your hands up or extend your arms forward and come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, smoothly, arms go up. Exhale, hold. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. Then inhale and come up. Exhale, arms go forward and down. Inhale, smoothly, arms go up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend your spine, hands can slide up your front leg. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, arms stretch forward or they're walking up your leg. Exhale, arms go forward and down. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend your spine, shoulder blades draw toward each other. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale, arms go smoothly forward and down. Very nice. Go ahead and step your right foot back. You might need this for your forward fold, maybe, maybe not. We're gonna work on forward folding next. So inhale, arms go forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Here our objective is just relaxing the back after the strenuous thing we just did. So inhale here, exhale here, then inhale, walk your hands up, and exhale, shoulders relax down. One more, inhale, And exhale, bend your knees, fold. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Then inhale, hands walk up. And exhale, shoulders relax down. Super. All right, I'm going to move your block out of the way. Now you can lie down and take a rest. All right. Are you comfortable or do you want a pillow? You're good? Okay, knees can be bent or straight, whatever's comfortable for you. If you have discomfort in your low back, it might be a nice idea to bend your knees. Spend a little time here breathing. Long, smooth breaths. Especially after doing something strenuous like that Parsvanottanasana with the one leg forward and the other back and the folding. That can really raise your heart rate and make you feel tired, sweaty. Your breath is faster or heavier. So it's a great idea to rest periodically during the yoga practice so that you can, maintain that calmness, the relaxed heart rate and the relaxed breathing. I'm going to check on the thing and make sure it's on. I'm going to check every once in a while. Still going. Okay. Yeah. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. We'll do about a total of 1 minute of resting. And then go ahead and stretch your arms straight out toward the sides, palms face up, and bend your knees. Step your feet a little bit wider to about the width of your mat. Then bring both knees over toward your left side. And then inhale, bring your knees up to center. Exhale to the right side. Inhale to the center, and then keep going at your pace. What we're working on here is stretching out. You might feel stretching happening in your quads and the front of the thigh, sometimes in the side, sometimes the side of the thigh that is up into your hip, and sometimes even up into your waist and low back. Okay, and you can add a little more intensity here if you want to. When you bring your knees over toward the left side again, think about pressing forward into your right knee or through your right knee, and that's going to lift your hip up a little bit, create a little more stretching happening. Sometimes in the hip area. You can do the same on this side. So only do that if it feels reasonable and comfortable for you. For some people, this is really intense, a lot of stretching. After this side, we'll finish up this one. Bring your knees back up to the center. Then we're going to work on figure 4, which I know is one of your favorites. So step your feet just a little bit closer together and then cross your left ankle over your right knee. If you have uncomfortable knees, you might try flexing your foot. Sometimes that helps to alleviate any discomfort in the knee. And Denise and I were talking about this posture a little bit before we started the video, and she was telling me about how for some people, she's recognized that the way this is commonly taught, it's not a comfortable posture. So I'm going to show you the way I normally teach it, which tends to suit lots of bodies. So go ahead and bring your legs up towards your chest. And you're going to take a hold of, yes, your left knee and your left foot. And I like this version because it gives people the flexibility to bend the elbows or straighten them depending on how much intensity they're comfortable with. So this is good. Are you comfortable here? I want to make sure to show one other option. Which is to put a prop under this foot. So go ahead and bring your foot down right here. And then you don't have to hold on to your leg at all if you don't want to for any reason and this is not comfortable. Let's stay here for just a few more breaths. One thing that we want to make sure about is that when we take a hold of the legs, if we're taking hold of the legs, it doesn't create tension in the shoulders and the neck. So if you move into that first version that Denise showed and it's not comfortable because of that, go ahead and try this other version instead. All right, let's go ahead and release this side. And we're going to switch over to the other side. I'm guessing you don't want to use this? Okay. So right ankle over left knee. And then go ahead and bring your, so in the static postures, you want to stay for about 5 or 6 breaths. All right, go ahead and release this one. And then you're going to bring both feet down onto your mat. And for this one, let your feet be quite close to each other and your knees also close to each other. Arms are down alongside your body. Then inhale, you're going to bring your knees out toward the sides as if you're opening a book. And the bottoms of your feet can come together. And your arms are going to go up toward the ceiling and back. This is Supta Baddha Konasana. Exhale, knees go together and arms come back down. Inhale, knees go wide, arms go back, bottoms of your feet go together. Exhale, knees go together and arms go down. Please continue and do 2 more at your pace. What we're working on here is, you probably are feeling this, flexibility in the hips and also reducing tension in the upper back and in the shoulders. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Very good. Comfortable? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll over and move onto all fours. Would you like a blanket for padding under your knees? Okay, let me grab this for you. Okay, so when we use the blanket under the knees, we unfold it a little bit so it's not too cushiony. And also so that it's the right size so that you can see Denise is walking forward to kind of the front part of the blanket so that her whole shin bone is supported by the blanket. And that helps in 2 ways. The first one is that it doesn't force that your knees are bearing the whole weight of your body. And also because the weight's distributed across the shin bone, but also for people who have tight ankles, it's nice to have some support under the shins so that the ankle doesn't have to flatten to such, a big angle. All right, is one blanket comfortable for you or do you prefer 2? Okay, yeah, and if you're a person who has knee issues, it's also a good idea probably to use 2 blankets for padding just so that you have a little bit more cushioning under your knees. All right, let's continue. Alignment, so here, knees are under the hips and wrists are under the shoulders. And Denise has already done a great job of setting up in a neutral spine. But we can kind of, for some people it's difficult to figure out the neutral spine. So what we can do is add a little bit of movement and then we'll figure it out. So go ahead and round your spine up toward the ceiling. And then inhale and reach your chest forward. So you're kind of arching your back, but at the same time engaging your abdominal muscles. Exhale and round. Inhale and arch. One more, exhale, round. And inhale, arch. So now that we know the full range of motion of the spine, we can try to find the middle. What is neutral? We want to keep the neck neutral also, so that means your nose is pointing down toward the floor. All right, so now we're about to start getting into some upper body strengthening in our practice. Are you ready? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to transition between this posture here and downward facing dog. So for downward facing dog, you're going to tuck your toes under. You're going to reach your hips up and toward the back. And for some people, it will be necessary to keep the knees very bent in order to reach the hips up. See what works for you. And then from here, we're going to bring the knees back down and just reach your chest forward a little bit. Yeah, good. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, knees come down, chest reaches forward. Inhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, knees come down. You up for one more? Okay. Go ahead and go at your pace. All right, good. And then please take a break. It's a good idea to bring your hands up off the floor. You can shake them out a little bit to relax your wrists. Okay. And speaking of wrists, for some people, this posture is not, or this sequence is not comfortable. Downward facing dog is not comfortable because the wrists don't like to bend, to that angle that's required, or they just don't like bearing weight on the wrist. So there's different things you can do. We sometimes use these wedges, and the way you use this, we put it under the mat because by themselves they're a little bit slippery, but you can put it under the mat and bring your hands down on top, and that effectively reduces the angle to which, or actually I should say increases the angle to which you need to bend your wrist. So for some people that's comfortable. For some people that also doesn't work. So another way you can practice this if you wanted to is on forearms. What you do is just bring your forearms right down onto the mat, and you can bring your palms together or even interlace your fingers, or you could go this way. But the point is to not bear the weight on your hands if it's not comfortable for your wrists. Is that enough resting? You ready to try the next thing? So the next thing we're going to work on is a downward dog push-up. And it sounds a little bit scary, but it's a little bit hard, but it's not too terrible. The one thing to know is that it's not like a push-up, a traditional push-up in the sense that you bend your elbows. We're just going to keep the arms straight for this. All right, so we're going to start right here on all fours, then tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Then you're going to shift forward to a plank posture. So the shoulders go over your wrists, and you may need to walk your feet back a little bit to get to this plank position. Body's trying to be in a straight line, super. And then lift your hips up and back. We're going to downward facing dog again. Then shift forward. Okay, please go until you're comfortable. When you feel tired, please take a break. These are really strenuous, so sometimes even just one is enough. And you can slowly build your way up to doing 3 or 5 or whatever you're comfortable with. All right, good, and then take a break again. You might like to sit up or kneel or move to child's pose. Any of these are fine. Relax your back, relax your hands and wrists. I really like those downward dog push-ups. They're really great at building strength quickly in your arms and shoulders and upper back. Okay, good news, we're done with upper body. Well, at least weight bearing on the hands, strengthening's done. Next, we're going to move to lying down on the mat, and I'm going to take this out of your way so that you can lay face down. And take a break again. Stack your hands, rest your forehead on top, and just breathe slowly. You can relax your shoulders down toward the floor. Deep inhales, long, slow exhales. And the next thing we're going to do is work a little bit more on strengthening in your back and in your abdominal muscles. We're going to work on Cobra Pose. So bring your hands down alongside your chest. Elbows are kind of drawing in toward each other. Yeah. And when we start to move here, we're going to try to move using just the back muscles and the abdominal muscles. As I mentioned, we want to not press into the hands. So inhale and start to lift your chest up. Great. And then exhale, slowly down. Inhale and come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. All right, take a break, stack your hands again, rest your forehead on top, and then give your back a break by bending your knees and swishing your feet from side to side. All right, great. You're up for one more round? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to show, we are going to show a different variation that's a little bit more strenuous. So for this one, you're going to bring your arms back alongside your body. And if that previous version was strenuous enough, you can absolutely repeat the regular Cobra Pose again with the hands down alongside your chest. So inhale and start to lift your chest up. Again, you're using your abs and your back muscles. Exhale down. One more like this. Inhale and come up. Hands are staying down. Exhale down. And if you're comfortable with a little bit more strenuous still, inhale, you're going to come up, lift your chest up, and at the same time, lift your arms. Hands come up off the floor. Exhale down. Let's try one more like that. Inhale and come up. Arms lift up also. So strong. Exhale down. Super. Bring your hands around in front of you again. Stack them. Rest your forehead on top. Bend your knees. Swish your feet side to side. All right, wonderful. You feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. So last thing we're going to do, just to relax your back a little bit more, is come up onto all fours, and I'll bring you back your blanket for your knees. And we're going to work on a little bit of, I don't know what this is called. We're just going to kind of shift forward and back like a rocking motion. So a little bit of space between your knees under the hips and wrists under the shoulders. So inhale here, and then just shift your hips back toward your feet. And inhale, come forward, just like this. Exhale back, inhale forward, just for the purpose of relaxing the muscles in your back, relaxing your shoulders. This reminds me of when babies are learning, they're about to learn how to crawl. And I was talking with my physical therapist the other day, in fact, and she reminded me of something that I learned during the teacher training program that I did in India, that this motion of crawling and moving back and forth is how babies develop the curves in their spine. So I think for us as adults, it's beneficial to do this, relatively simple movement, because it just kind of recalibrates everything and helps our back, our spines to be healthy. All right, feeling all right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready to finish moving? Okay, go ahead and move to a sitting position. I'm going to come up here and join you. Thank you so much for helping me demonstrate this practice today. And thank you for watching the practice. If you have any questions or any requests for future videos, we'd love to hear from you. Please leave us a note in the comments. We did those videos last year, I guess, and we're surprised by the great positive response that they received, so many comments and so many likes, and we love reading them. So please put your comments there. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps us because it helps more people see the video. And if you'd like to be notified when we post future videos, please click the subscribe button as well as the little bell button. That way you'll get an email notification next time we put a video up. All right, thank you for practicing with us today. We'll see you soon. Bye. Inhale. Is there a bug on me? Sorry. Yes, there's a spider. Oh my God, keep getting. Is it big? No, he's tiny. Okay. Sorry, we have two more.